Hello, my friends, and happy 2017. I am super excited to be back here with you guys. I have lots of great content that I'm super excited to share with you. And I even have a very special announcement at the end of this video, so make sure that you stick around until then. But what I want to chat about today are diets and why they do not work, especially for a long-term sustainable weight loss. Most women, by the time they are 40 years old, have been on 61 diets. Now, I mean, if that is not proof enough that diets don't work, I don't know what is. Here is the problem with a diet, is that while a diet can be helpful if we use it as a guideline, right? Especially when we're trying to make healthy changes, there can be little nuggets of wisdom in a diet. But normally what happens is we are so desperate and wanting to change that we attach ourselves to this external set of rules, aka the diet, with complete disregard to our internal cues and what our body is saying. And we are no longer in relationship with ourselves. And so that's never going to work for the long haul. So what I want to chat about today are 3 tools that do work and that will help you to reach your health and weight loss goals here in 2017. Tool number 1, and I'm telling you guys, if this is the only piece of advice you ever take from me, this is the piece to take. Get in the habit of asking yourself this question: what would feel most like love? In other words, what is the most loving thing I can do for my body right now? What is it that I most need or that my body most needs? Get in the habit of asking yourself this question when you wake up in the morning, when you are starting your day, before you eat your food, before you decide what type of workout you want to do, etc., etc., etc. Here's the thing, we have become so accustomed to looking to external sources to tell us what we need, whether it be a magazine or a book or a nutritionist or a YouTube personality, that we think and we really believe that we don't know what we need, and we think that we really don't have those answers. But the truth is we do. And this question is a beautiful way to bypass the part of your brain that wants to tell you you don't know, because it speaks directly to the heart. So you ask yourself this question and practice. It might take a little practice, especially if you are out of practice with connecting to yourself. Practice meeting yourself and then asking this question, and then listen and make space for the answers. So get in the habit of practicing using this question for yourself as a way to reconnect to the signs and the signals of your body. Tool number 2, when you eat, eat. Meaning, when you sit down to a meal, bring your awareness and your attention to that meal. Allow yourself to be nourished by the food you're eating and the experience of the meal. How many times, and I know I am so guilty of this, are we standing at the counter? Are we multitasking? Are we on our computer? Are we just shoving food down our throat? We're just like not paying attention. We are detached from the eating experience, and therefore we end up not being satisfied by it. So instead of putting all of your attention on what you are eating, begin to put some of your attention into how you are eating. Practice sitting down when you eat, focusing when you eat, tasting your food when you eat. If you're a fast eater, like I know many people are, including myself, practice chewing your food. A little game I like to play is chew 25 times before you swallow each bite. It's just a really good tool to help practice implementing slowing down while we eat. Remember, guys, food is supposed to be enjoyable, and it's supposed to be pleasurable, and it's supposed to be nourishing. And if we do not receive that enjoyment and that pleasure and that nourishment from the meal, when the meal is over, the brain is still going to say hungry. And my third and final tool, and really we could call these tool practices. My third and final practice for the new year here is to practice the midway check-in. Now, ask yourself this: how do you usually determine whether or not you are finished with your meal? I know oftentimes for myself, that is determined by when my plate is empty, especially when I'm not paying attention, right? But again, that's an external cue. It's an external source. So what we want to practice doing is checking in with the body, right? So a good practice is halfway through your meal, to stop eating and take a few minutes to check in with your body. How do you feel? Remember, when we are hungry, then our body needs fuel. We eat that food, that fuel is supposed to bring us to a point of energy. So after you eat, the goal is to feel light and energized and ready to go. And how often do you eat? And it's quite the opposite. You're like, done, full, need a little siesta, right? So using this tool, the halfway check-in tool, meaning halfway through your meal, you're gonna pause, check in with your body, see, are you done eating or do you need more food? And let that internal cue inform you of whether or not you need more food. And on the flip side of this, if you are a hardcore dieter and you finish a meal and you're still hungry, again, that's external, right? Like my plate is empty, but I'm still hungry, but the plate is empty. I want the practice to be that we're going inside for the information. And so if we have enough food and there's food left on the plate, we leave it. If the food is empty, but you're still hungry, you have permission to have more. As you guys can see, the name of the game is shifting from a space where we are looking for all of our information and all of our cues from external sources to coming back home, to coming back into relationship with ourselves and the body and getting that information from internal cues. And I know that if you're somebody who is a dieter or is a yo-yo dieter, has been on a lot of diets, that sometimes it can feel difficult to get beyond the mind chatter and connect to the body. But I promise you, step one is exactly what we're talking about here today. It's slowing down and giving yourself the opportunity to ask yourselves the questions, right? It's the practice of tuning in and then practicing learning to reconnect to those cues. Now, for my special announcement that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I am very excited because I have created a closed Facebook page. And this is going to be a space to create a community for any of you who are really working towards specific health and weight loss goals and want some extra support and guidance, okay? I know not everybody who watches my YouTube channel is working towards weight loss goals, so I wanted to create a space for those of us who are and who want a little extra guidance or who want to take these tools that I'm sharing and really put them into practice so that you guys can come on there, you can share your successes, your struggles, your tips, your recipes with each other. And then I'm also going to be popping in offering a little bit of private coaching via the forum and really helping you guys to take these tools and put them into effect, to apply them into your lives. So I'm super excited about that. If that's something that you would like to have in your world, make sure you go down to the description box below, click on that link, it will bring you to the Facebook page, you will ask to join the group, and then I will allow you in. Okay, so that's what I've got for you guys today. Make sure that you pop back in on Thursday. I'm gonna be sharing my first recipe of 2017, and it is a veggie-packed, immunity-boosting detox soup. So make sure you check it out, and until then, I am Danny Spies. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here soon with some more clean and deliciousness.